So hopefully the internet's working. I have an essay that I have to actually turn in through the computer today. And I got to bring 2 copies to class so we could do a peer editing. And if I don't have them, he pretty much says you shouldn't even go to class. But the internet was down. Most people have a laptop. I use the computers at school. I guess my pride or not wanting to get any help from anybody, I don't know, especially this type of teacher, but there's no point in it, you know? There's no point in it if I can't print my shit out right now. It's kind of incomplete. The essay's done. Could be some adjustments, but I didn't do my works cited page. But this is not the point of this video. In my psychology class, I was reading my psychology book yesterday. And if you guys know in my vlogs, you know, I'll let you guys, you know, kind of see what I'm reading. It's a lifespan development book, so every chapter is like a different age, a different stage. One of these psychologists, or I guess it's like in the psychology field in general, whoever runs the psychology approach in the United States, at least, those who are qualified to even have an opinion, or you know, whose papers when they write shit or do some sort of observation. So lifespan development, you know, there's ages from like infancy, being like an early childhood, middle to late childhood. You got adolescence, you got emerging adulthood, early adulthood, middle adulthood, you know, and pretty much old age, you know, late adulthood. But in this book, you could tell like the person, Sant Rock, he put together this book. I'm kind of curious how he felt he was able to put this book together, but he pretty much just, it's all sources. And it gets repetitive. It just puts in like statistics of suicide, depression statistics, just kind of a brief overview of like, you know, oh, what causes this, you know, and what are the effects, like maybe some bar graphs, you know. But it's kind of repetitive. It's kind of like copy and paste, or he did some research, but he pretty much just researched other people's work. And then they still take other people's word for it, like Piaget or Erik Erikson or Baumrind or, you know, Freud, Carl Jung. But in this book, Piaget and Erik Erikson, they've been kind of highlighted a lot more. And I just kind of, that shit doesn't, it works when you just want to show people statistics or the depression or the cause of death in these certain ages, or how we develop. I mean, like, it seems important, but it's not really practical. It's just statistics and stats. It's kind of like it's kind of like an encyclopedia. And I want to have a discussion with my psychology teacher and tell him like I'm kind of understanding this book. I'm kind of caught on to how it's put together. You know what I mean? It's not random. It's like, you're telling us that we're depressed, or you're telling us, oh, this age group is depressed, or women get more depressed than men, or they start drinking in this stage if, you know, their parenting sucks, or, you know, or obviously kids that, you know, have better support from parents can concentrate more, that, you know, in adolescence, a lot of self-control, you know, being autonomous, feeling like, you know, if your parent teaches you, like if your parent doesn't make you feel like shit when you try to change yourself as a young child, and instead of being like, yeah, good job, you know, even though you put your shirt on backwards, you know, turn it around, or you put your shoes on backwards, you know, if obviously that approach is better than, oh, you stupid, what the, you know, your fucking shirts, you know. I mean, that's a fucking unhappy parent. That's just an unhappy human who treats someone closest to them like shit because they feel like shit. You know, that's all obvious, you know. Like, there was some other statistics. I need to hurry up, but I need to print this shit out. And my homie wants me to do an interview with them. Hopefully I can get that done. But there was like these, talking about, like, right now we're on emerging adulthood, which is like between 18 and 25. Because like 18 to 40 is early adulthood, right? Or like early to middle. And they're talking about like these 4 factors of, like, I don't know, causes of, you know, like the struggle to keep a job. You know, one is like, you know, you have a job now, maybe that doesn't, you know, the salaries kind of suck, you know, long hours, It could be you can't. There's no growth in this company, right? You don't see no growth, and obviously maybe the task is not clear of what you're doing at this job. And that just like if you to sum it all up is like this job sucks. There's no purpose. It doesn't feed what field I'm in, or it doesn't make me feel alive, or I'm making a difference, really, right? Like most students feel like they want to make a difference in the world. So I mean, but and then anxiety, like this person, obviously if you have shitty background, or if you're like, if pretty much sum it all up, if you got shitty parents, you have a shitty childhood, you're gonna have kind of fucked up social relationships and anxiety. But fucking break down anxiety. Like anxiety could have its own fucking book. Anxiety should be taught in schools on its own. Like anxiety isn't, I go to a job. No, nowadays we're going to a job scared of our own emotion. All this fucking, like it teaches about video game violence causes real violence. Well, that's pretty cool. Video games and shit that you watch with violence on it makes you a more aggressive individual. It doesn't mean you can go kill people. It just makes you more aggressive. And not only that, it just makes you unsettled in your fucking mind. What about the people who don't want to commit violence but have violent shit in their mind? A lot of times anxiety, you're just scared of your own emotions, scared of yourself. Especially nowadays, if we don't have real interactions with people, we're sensitive, bro. We're sensitive. We don't know how to handle that. Like if somebody like tells us something, just jokes around with us, we get all sensitive. Like, so I don't know. Maybe you want to go deeper into psychology. Maybe they're going to start talking about this shit. Or maybe that's just open for me to make a difference in this field, I just think that's like anxiety has nothing to do. Like, yeah, we all want to find a sense of purpose, but we also want to I don't know. People need real interactions, bro. You got fucking social media and all this fucking bullshit. Anyway. Well, can't do my fucking homework. Well, what I'm saying, I can't turn in my rough draft for my essay. So maybe I have to go to the library before work. Try to turn it in that way. But it's actually due this morning. Probably should have went to the library Saturday. But I'm fucking busy. What the fuck you want me to do? Some bullshit, but that's another thing. When you have shitty family, you have shitty relationships even with your family, and they're fucking selfish and they won't even, I don't know. I'm included in that. It's just part of the selfish nature of the world. When you're selfish and we have shitty people, shitty families, shitty connections, you can't even ask your family to borrow their shit to help you out, And it's not because maybe they're, like I said, it's not because they're selfish, it's not because they're bad people. It's just because there's no connection. Just like there's no Wi-Fi, there's no connection. The homie at school right here, so it says, say no to high risk for addiction and fentanyl. See? That shit's clean, bro. It's crazy. What's your name? James. Alright, nice to meet you, man. Fuck drugs. I need to stop being a pussy, find a way out of this job. Sell my own shit. Swear to God, man. I gotta really man the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see if my boss catches me slipping.
This is you.
Oh.
Hey, sir, don't be leaving your beer right there.
Hey, that's you.